Well, hello there. Just wanted to give everybody a quick idea of what I'm working with here. Got the three monitors going. The radio I'm using down there, it's the Anon. It's the 7000 DLE Mark II. A little bit of rack gear that I actually don't really use much anymore. That Anon kind of takes care of everything. The AL 1500 there. Got a remote antenna switch, Palstar tuner, and the AL 811 right there. Power supply to run it all. Another power supply to back up. Do have a 2 meter VHF UHF rig, which I very, very rarely ever use. But for the PC, it's a Intel i7 4790K, I believe. I have it overclocked up, a Titan X GPU in there. Little laptop right there. That's what I use monitor. K3FEF's web SDR on that. Got a couple of bird meters right there. Some studio monitors. Those are the studio monitors. I use them just for the Anon. And up here we're running Thetis 2.4 or no 2.6.9, and that was a bit of a pain in the butt getting that onto the getting that working. I kind of had a little bit of an issue. I ended up I had to upgrade the firmware to Protocol 2 for the Anon. And after I upgraded the firmware, I still couldn't get the thing to come on. It still wouldn't work for me. So what I ended up doing was I fired this laptop up right here. I pulled the Anon out of its rack right there. I put it on the bucket, which, oh God, I got to clean that towel. Let's not look at that again. All right. So I took the laptop. I threw Thetis, the 2.6.8 onto the laptop, and I hooked it up with a pre-made cable because in my shack here, all of my cable is Cat 6 that I've run and terminated myself. And when I used the pre-made Cat 6 cable, it decided to work for me. So I knew right there that told me it was something to do with the cabling, that for some reason, even though on the computer there I have a separate NIC, network interface card. Hey, look at that, Frank came on the air. And I'll probably be on it a little bit on 3885. That's usually where you'll find me. But that got me off track, didn't it? Anyhow, what I ended up having to do was I ended up looking it up that I had my cat cable, my Ethernet cable, the Cat 6, I had it terminated incorrectly. And once I chopped the ends off, put some new ends on, boom, all of a sudden, you can see right there, Thetis just came to life. So, and I don't know who this guy is. He's out there just chatting away. I swear he's talking to nobody. But, oh, there was somebody. Well, for the setup here, I got the IC. Oh, that is Frank, yeah. The IC 7300. I use that mainly for FT8. The bird meter's got a peak kit in it. Ooh, somebody. It's AM, man. It's AM. Kick that thing on the AM. Oh, my. For a microphone, though. Sorry, this video is going to be all over the place. I'm trying to get everything up to speed here. The microphone is a Shure SM7B. And I don't know if you can see that up there. I got underneath that monitor, I have one of the cloud lifters in there. I found that this mixer here just didn't quite have enough gain, and it was the same thing with the mic preamp that's over there. Neither of them had quite enough gain, and if I could get the levels right, it didn't quite work. So let's mute this so I can talk. There we go. So I ended up having to do a cloud lifter, and not sure if I needed that ferrite there, but it's there. And so that goes through right there, and everything's done through virtual audio cable. It just goes, you know, that mixer is hooked up through the USB hub right there. It goes right into Windows, which pumps it right into Thetis. It does its magic with the EQing and everything. And then it sends it through the Cat6 cable right out to the Anon, which goes through the amp, which goes through the tuner, which is in bypass right now. Comes out, goes through the dual line section, then through the REA modulation monitor, which I have going right there. And then that heads out to the antenna switch and out to a dipole that I've cut just, it's resonant for 3885. So that's the throughput there. Let's see if we can get this. It's a mixer. It's the 1204 USB. And I've been pretty happy with it. One of the things that, like I said, the gain for the SM7B wasn't quite right. I mean, those SM7Bs, they take a lot of gain to get going. That's the main AM setup. Let's see, what else do I got? I got this little, just it's basically a headphone amp, because the modulation monitor, the REA modulation monitor, you can actually run it. It has a audio pass through, and you can run it into a pair of monitors that I have there. That way I can actually monitor my audio to get the EQ set just right. And the big TV up there, I don't really run that much because it produces just a little bit of noise in the background, but I do have it. And yeah, if I'm doing some distance contacts or any form of DXing, that's kind of nice to have. We have, let's see, what else do we got going on in here? We got a lot of stuff. Don't mind the desk. The desk over there, that's kind of a disaster. But one thing over here is antenna tuner project that I've been working on. It's not done yet, but that's a double balance tuner, double L balance tuner, and that's going to go up out them holes and going to be fed with balanced ladder line and for the 80 meter band, and I can get down on 160 with it as well. And my little puppy dog's down there. Hi, Layla. Oh, she doesn't want to say hi. I don't know why. She really likes to lay on the concrete. I got a nice bed for her right there, but she seems to like that concrete. That's the main radio setup we have in here. Over on this end, I have that's my little hi-fi setup. Nothing major. Fluence turntable. I really like that turntable. It seems to do pretty well. For the price point, you know, you can go crazy with those, but it does pretty good. A Yamaha receiver and just a small little collection of vinyl I got here. It's nothing. I mean, it really is. I got, there's a little bit of Metallica in there. Queen's Greatest Hits. AC/DC. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I think that's kind of required. If you're going to have vinyl, you have to have Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, I have a brand new pressing. I actually have an original pressing down there. And what else we got? Offspring, Ixnay and the Ombre, Rush 2112, and Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I think that's another mandatory one. What else in here? Green Day. Let's see. Boston. And the Sex Pistols. That little setup there. Over here, got the kegerator. A couple pretty good brews on tap right now. That's I think I only have two in there. Yeah, it's the darker one's pretty obvious. That's a chocolate milk stout that came out pretty good. Underneath all that mess there is another kegerator. All right, that decided to cut off on me. But yeah, battery there. I got a 88 Jeep XJ sitting outside that I use for driving around on the farm. A little bit of copper flashing I picked up from work for free. Was able to trade the guy at work. Traded him a bucket full of copper tubing scrap for the copper flashing. And over here is my homebrew setup for homebrewing my own beer. It's a disaster in here, guys. I kind of use this barn for everything, but a couple of chugger pumps, and we get the hot liquor tank, the mash tun, the boil kettle, the Blickman Hellfire. I am going to be upgrading this to all electric at one point. With the sink there, clean everything all up. Nice pegboard behind it, which I didn't even install. This barn came with it. But if you can see right there, got this sink out of an old Subway restaurant. And a little bit of carpet on the floor. The carpet's mainly here to deaden the sound. Never mind that sound. I got a heater up there and my filthy ceiling that I have to clean. But that's so I don't freeze to death up here. But I did the carpet on the floor just to deaden the sound a little bit. And a little bit of acoustic panel up there. So, all in all, that's what I'm working with in here. Alright guys, appreciate you watching. Equipment should get a little better in time. But until next time, I'll catch you guys down the log. 7-3s.